Howdy hey, this is Frakbox, and I'm here with OmegaWolf and our special guest, TruBluBlur.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
Before we started this, we were actually talking about how they could have possibly just made the basic shape for the big Goron sword, and then just elongated the blade.
Yeah, I mean, some person, some higher up at Nintendo was probably like, make it bigger.
Right?
Like he'd come to the, like, basically it was like a month-long process, and like some poor like salary man in Japan was just like, can I stop making it longer now? We've been doing this for a month. We need to work on other parts of the game.
Oh
no.
Man.
Longer.
Bam. Yeah, when you become an adult, this game gets super aggressive if you have the big Goron sword.
Who's the person in charge of making this game?
I don't know. I don't know who the director
I'm not
was.
sure either.
It was
Probably an individual in Japan.
yes. Who was it? Was it wasn't Shigeru Miyamoto. It wasn't him. Was it?
I have no idea.
No, it wasn't him.
Unfortunately, their names all sound the same to me.
That's racist.
No.
Listen, watch for the shadows of the monsters that hang from the ceiling.
That wasn't the right voice.
Let's see. Let's check. I want to know who
You
it
were
was.
doing your cholo.
Come on. Come on, fall.
Who made Legend of Zelda? Come on, Fall, who made The Legend of Zelda? All right, cool. It wasn't... yeah, it was,
Well, it was being-
Shigeru Miyamoto.
It was
It was
Miyamoto.
being made at
Shigeru.
the same time of Mario.
Yeah. I just
Ow.
imagine, like, that poor Japanese salaryman comes into the office of Shigeru Miyamoto. He's, like, kneeling on a mat with his samurai sword sitting by him, like, on his belt. He's like, you have brought the dishonor to me. Make the sword
That was
longer.
that was not a Japanese accent.
Make the sword longer.
It's like a very bad impersonation of an Italian accent from a Japanese man.
It sounded way more Italian.
Well, you know,
Is that a rat up there?
Shigeru Miyamoto also worked on Mario, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh, dang it!
I'm
You,
giving him
you
the Italian accent because he works so closely
Keep
with the
telling
Italians.
yourself that. Keep telling yourself that.
He worked with the Italians so closely he adopted their accent.
Uh-huh.
So I don't think that's true.
You think he's ever
But
killed
seriously,
anyone?
like,
Shigeru Miyamoto?
what?
I think is what?
You think Shigeru Miyamoto's ever killed anyone?
No.
I would be surprised.
You think if he ever killed anyone, he'd get away with it?
No.
No, I don't think so, honestly.
Are you sure? He's Shigeru Miyamoto.
Oh my god.
So?
He invented this game,
Oh wow.
as well as, like, Mario. He is, like, a national treasure in Japan.
I think honestly, rather than people being like, "Oh, it's okay, you did all this stuff," I think people would actually be more upset with him. Like, you disappointed all these people. You were
Bye.
you were such a role model, but doesn't even matter because you sucked.
So many knives. So many knives. Why are there knives in the place of the dead?
I mean, the reason should
Because
be
they
obvious.
wanted to make sure it stayed that way.
Well,
What an odd, like, shoe choice. Like, who
gold.
who was like, you know what, we need shoes that have less traction. Do you think they invented, like, okay, so they basically put the shoes for the purposes of, like, extending your jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that they did that and then realized they needed to balance it in some way first, or do you think,
I imagine that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
or do you
know?
think they, like, thought that from the very beginning?
Well, it may have been from the very beginning because they had already considered the balancing issues.
True.
You know, people do this for a living. They're generally pretty good at that kind of forethought.
But what if they didn't balance it? Oh my no! You moved my mic.
I did?
Yes.
I'm
you
sorry.
bumped it. You're like bumping everything.
I know I'm a terrible person.
You don't have to apologize to me. Apologize to Frakbox.
Yeah,
He's
I'm-
the one that makes a big deal out of it.
I'm the one who has to do all the editing. I mean, How much have you bumped actually?
I don't
he
actually
tapped
honestly
it.
know.
He tapped it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's probably fine so long as you just tap
I'm quite sure I left the frame too.
it. Stop leaving the frame. It was so hard to fit us all into this one frame here.
But
That means we need a bigger video camera. Ow.
Ow.
Goodness.
We need an actual camera.
Well, no, we just need a.
That way we don't have to worry about the mics either.
Or we just need 2 cameras.
Actually, honestly, with a camera, I would still recommend using these mics instead of like something that's connected to a video camera. It would not sound as good.
Yeah,
Let's see here. I don't know.
because you're gonna get more echo doing it that way.
No, so we hang up like sheets.
You want to hang
Hey,
up sheets?
it works. Okay.
To an extent, yes, but it's not
The
going to sound as
Mythbusters.
nice.
Ow! I just
Ah.
got like guillotined.
Again.
Ow, again.
Ow. If this were real life, Link would be like in half.
Oh no 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 no!
See, that's why they gave you all that drift, so you couldn't just go, turn around, and come back.
Would you say this is Tokyo Drift?
Sigh.
That's bad.
Hyrule Drift.
Hyrule Drift.
If I get called out for saying Japanese names sound the same, then what happened just there?
I was way more racist with my impersonation of
Yes.
of Italian.
Yes,
Shigeru
you
Miyamoto.
were. Yes, you were. That is an accurate statement. Oh! It almost knocked you off, too.
Atch. Sneeze.
Dude, stop.
Yeah.
You know what I really want? I actually really want to see a compilation of Link with the boots on, with the whatever boots on,
The hover boots.
and take the theme from Tokyo Drift. Just have a compilation of Link almost dying using the boots.
All right,
The theme from Tokyo Drift is actually kind of annoying, frankly.
Wait. That was totally
You
invisible.
just,
Yeah.
if you had the lens of truth, it probably would have.
Probably.
Yeah, it would have
correctly.
shown up. I just know where it is. Push.
Okay, it kind of bothers me that it doesn't line up with the square on the floor.
Deal with it.
I will, but poorly.
So long as it doesn't kill you, that's what's important.
But it's not lining up.
It's the stone umbrella.
Yeah, kind of.
The stone umbrella? What?
Yeah, that's what they actually call it.
Oh, those spiky things?
No, the
The block
the
that's
stone.
keeping them off of your head. It's like an umbrella. It's stopping the rain.
It's stopping the rain of death
Oh.
in the Temple of Death.
I mean, it's kind of a stretch, but I mean, I understand.
Yeah. Hey, look at that!
Hey,
You got a bundle
cool.
of arrows.
Something I
Two
don't need.
2 whole arrows.
I think it's more like 20 for that, or
Okay.
like 10,
Why are you bringing it farther?
because I need to.
Where are you gonna put
Excuse me.
Yes.
it? Okay. Does that help you get up or something?
Yep. All right, Link. Let's do this.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, so we were. You and I were actually having some banter on one of our videos about how the Sonic fandom is harder to please than the Brony fandom.
Yeah. And it's a true statement, honestly. They're long notorious for being very difficult to please. You know, honestly, it's because of how splintered the fandom is, which is because of how many different gameplay styles there are.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it kind of seems like the Brony fandom is a little more like, is this good conscious
Yeah.
than the Sonic fandom. The Sonic fandom, I've noticed, they'll kind of just buy every Sonic game.
Generally.
regardless of whether or not
generally,
it's good.
you know, on that note, actually, when they released Sonic 4, which ended up being a huge flop, the fans were like, they were all excited and super hyped until they realized it was going to be like 3.5D, you know? Oh, you died.
3.5D.
Yeah, basically 3D graphics, but a 2D game.
Right.
Really?
Oh, you
I
gotta go
have to-
all the way back there? Do you have to open those chests again?
No.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. Come on.
But anyway, so like there was this petition that fans put out, like we're gonna, or not a petition, but boycott that a bunch of fans decided they wanted to do to let Sega know that this isn't the kind of Sonic game we want. We're going to all buy and download Sonic 1 as a boycott.
They're gonna. No, that's not how boycotts work.
Right?
You're leaving the frame again.
I did. I know. I tried to stop myself, but it was too late.
But they already own it. If you're a Sonic fan, you already own that game. Probably.
More than likely. It was just like, are you serious, guys?
We're
Not smart.
We're gonna boycott the company. How are we gonna do that? We're gonna buy this game.
It's because you got hit again. You got to start over again. Oh no!
Come on.
That's weird. That
You're not gonna stop me. You can't.
Yes, he can.
You can't stop me.
That's literally what he's programmed to do.
You literally could have just done that the whole time.
I don't care.
This isn't even the hardest temple.
I know.
This temple is actually the most linear out of all the temples.
I literally don't have this many problems.
I honestly think your issue is that you're trying to overuse the boots.
No, actually, I'm
But
not.
you got to use the boots to get through.
Well, I mean, yes, but I
I'm
think
actually not.
there are a couple of those jumps that I think you could make a little easier without them.
I still made it through.
Most people just keep these boots on for a lot of this temple, don't they?
Yeah. I don't think they... Some people just keep them on for the rest of the game.
I don't think I,
don't
could
know
do
why. Do you eventually get to the same...
Like that right there.
Oh, jeez.
It was poor timing.
Do you eventually
got
get to
hit.
the same speed? Or
Yeah.
are you just a little bit slower?
I'm sure it's probably the same.
Come on. Out of the way. I don't care what you actually are, you giant Skulltulas. I just want you dead.
I mean...
I don't care what you are, then says their name.
So, these
Well,
giant skull... Like,
Are they actually spiders, or are they like the reincarnation of some sort of evil thing?
Maybe they're actually
Oh.
people who were turned into these.
Well, then they deserve to die.
Navi will tell you.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You use the Z targeting and have Navi tell you.
Yeah. See, that's what
Because
she's
like
actually for.
there's actually a precedent for people being turned into these Skulltulas.
Yes,
So-
there
yeah.
is.
And so it's whoa.
Although
You just kind of swipe them away. It's
in-
like I'm done with you.
Ow.
in later games, they are just spiders.
You should switch.
Okay, see, the boots are making you too slow to get through that.
Yeah, they're stopping your acceleration.
It's okay. Calm down and play the game.
What is this calm?
It's a new concept.
What is this blasphemy you speak of?
It's a new concept. You should try it.
No.
Yeah, about what I figured.
Besides, Frakbox doesn't like me being calm in these games. Because apparently it's not good television or not good viewing.
If when you're mad, it's funny.
Depends on how you rage.
Just
That's
like
what
the
the
entire
people want to
episode
see.
is this corridor.
So far,
The entire episode is going to be just this one corridor.
Well, you know,
Over.
if so video game testers, right? The way that they have to do it is that essentially you're going down one corridor for 8 hours a day
yeah,
and you're recording your results. It's
basically.
game testing is not fun. Not in the slightest.
On, jump. You can't stop me now.
Can't stop me now.
I'm having such a good
no,
time.
no.
I'm having a ball. Can't stop me now.
Okay, you know what?
Having such a good time.
You know what?
Just give me a call. Don't stop me, cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop.
That didn't work.
You're gonna die.
That didn't go well. It was very not worth it.
Sure it was. I got heart.
I don't
That's all that matters.
You lost more than that, though. Oh wow!
I don't think that is that gonna get him. Watch out!
You have to stay close enough to keep the Skulltula down, but far enough to
Wasting
not
all
get
your
hit.
bombs. You have the big Goron sword.
I don't care.
You could just hit.
I don't care.
It's not going to be close enough. Okay.
Nonsense.
No, that's total make sense.
No.
You know how people say, like, nonsensical? Like how that's a word?
Yeah.
Is make sensical a word?
Well, no, actually.
Come on,
Is
jump, Link.
the word make sensical nonsense?
You're killing me. Because yes.
Die, monster.
Die, monster.
Wait a minute.
He says okay.
Did we already go this way?
Oh, look, a thing!
Thing indeed.
Oh, I think this is the actual way you're supposed to go.
I'm not sure if we actually went this way already or not.
I don't.
I don't
we did.
think so. There's another secret path that you were going to take when you died
Yeah.
in the middle of the room. This one's
Might
on
as well
the
go this
side.
way first.
Oh, there's treasure chests. Oh, right.
Whoa, a giant evil saw
There's
blade.
a like in here.
Oh, good.
Is it invisible?
Nope,
I
it's
don't know.
right there.
Oh, no. Why isn't it hurt by the...
Because its
The
face is
blades.
apparently immortal.
What?
Oh, thanks. Money I don't need.
You knew you wanted it.
I mean, even if he got it, it wouldn't... Whoa, look at that.
Whatever.
You can't Z-target that?
Too far away.
Oh, there was like lens flare.
Yeah. There you go.
It was like, what's that movie?
Let's see here.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
It was like
What's that movie? Star Trek!
Star Trek with J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, kind of.
J.J. Abrams loves lens flares.
Yes, he does.
And he hates planets.
Doesn't he also hate chairs or something?
Does he hate chairs?
Or was that actually... no, it's a voice actor in Lego Movie.
Oh. You know, in the Next Generation, Commander Riker, he sits on chairs in just the weirdest way, like a madman. I don't know if you watch if you ever watch the Next Generation, watch him get into a chair. He like puts his leg over the back of the chair and then sits in it.
Never noticed that.
It's the weirdest thing. He does it every single time he sits in a chair.
I've never noticed that. That's hysterical.
He sits in chairs like a madman.
Well, it's for entertainment.
It's kind of weird to like think of. So, for example, you know Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Wow, that was worth all that.
What was the director of that?
Ow.
Funny
Joss-
thing is,
was
I
it
know
Joss
his name.
Whedon?
Yeah, Joss Whedon. Thank you.
He likes women's feet.
Oh yeah.
If you notice, like in everything that he does, there's always a bare woman's foot. So in the first Avengers, when they introduce what's her name, Black Widow,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
in that scene, she leaves the scene not wearing shoes.
That's
What?
true.
Yep. And also in
Definitely.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, apparently like there were shoeless women all the time. Pretty
Definitely
much.
not something I would have noticed. You know.
Yeah, he likes bare women's feet. That's just
This is really
just what he likes.
odd
Ah,
to me.
there's all these like little like tiny nuanced things that you just never notice, but once you think
Right.
about it, it's like, oh, like for instance the J.J. Abrams thing. What does he have against planets? Because I mean, seriously, in the first in the Star Trek that he
There.
did, he full on imploded. What world was that?
Vulcan.
The planet Vulcan.
Yeah.
And then in Star Wars, like literally 6 planets blew up at the same time from the same thing.
Probably
6
in the
planets.
same solar system.
And yeah, probably.
All one laser.
Well, the laser split into 6.
The
too,
laser
but-
split into 6 lasers and killed 6 planets. It's
You have
ridiculous.
some friends.
I like if I ever meet him, that's the first thing I'm going to ask him. Why do you hate planets so much?
Oh man.
Why are they so disposable to you?
Oh, hey, there's something there.
I really want to look at all those scenes where all those planets get destroyed and see just how much lens flare there is. Because there's one thing.
All the lens flare. All the lens flares everywhere.
Ridiculous.
Alright, still difficult to control even with a better controller.
It is. Yeah. It's true. Oh, you just missed the one. I don't think
Meh.
you can
Don't
reach
you have the
any of
long
that.
shot? Shouldn't you be able to reach that?
Wait, hold on.
It's still too
Ha!
far.
Oh, there's spikes there.
The what?
You can walk on the spikes.
Oh, you
Because
can.
of the hover boots.
That's why they're overpowered. I just
Huh.
walked on spikes.
Interesting.
You can see him with the lens of truth. You got it.
Interesting that that's how you solve the puzzle. That's weird. How do you get up there?
There's a hidden latching platform. Or pattern.
Do you do something with that head?
Yep, you blow it up.
There's a Skulltula behind it.
Yep, and there's bats everywhere.
Bats!
Oh, it even
Look,
gives
there's
you
Goron's
free
special crop.
bombs.
Well, it's because they grow in dark places. And we're near Mounts... Not Mount Colonel, we're not Minish Cap.
Oh, you toss it into the pot.
And he
Maybe.
missed.
This is a very long episode.
It is. No, I mean, we're getting just almost to the 20-minute
Still
mark,
missed.
so... we took a little bit before we started, so
Ah.
we could probably call the episode here if you wanted to, so that you could practice your aim.
You're right.
Whoop.
Oh, we made it.
There we go. So,
Hey, there's a key.
hey, look, a key.
I think that's the only time a key has been in the open.
Yeah, that's kind of dangerous, actually, because it could, like... That's not
Get
the best
crushed.
way to get a key to you. You gonna hit it? Let's go ahead and call the episode here. So, this is Frakbox.
This is OmegaWolf shoving Link's head into a wall.
This is TruBluBlur.
Have a great day.
Alright.